5, diverted East Coast mainline service to London King's Cross.
Okay, I've now built the level crossing up a little bit more, and I've covered this with a downloadable roadway sheet, or a few sheets actually. So I've got the level crossing here marked out with a grid, and I put a double white line for an overtaking in the middle, and basically I've just layered this up, and also on each side there's two pavements. This is all downloadable for Scale Scenics. Just mention the grid here on the level crossing. It's downloaded from Smart Models, so basically downloaded it and printed it off on my printer via the computer, laptop, etc. And again, it's just on normal plain paper, A4 size. I printed this off and cut it between the rails, make sure it fits correctly, and that's come out really well for £1. I've had to adjust the grid in the middle, the yellow and black grid, between the lines. I have to cut between. It's quite easy to do, just paper basically, and I've stuck that on with a Pritt stick, one of these, because I was finding the glue from PVA was coming through and it goes a little bit of a greeny colour. Just got a few little bits to file off and finish down here. And the next stage is putting the barriers up. Okay, for the level crossing project I'm working on, I bought this kit. I think it's been out for just under a year. It's a Pico Whirls modern kit, modern level crossing, serial number SSM318. It's a kit, a plastic kit. You've got to make it yourself and paint it yourself as well. And it looks really interesting. So I'm working on this at the moment. It's going to be a long-term project, and I'll just update you as I go along. I've temporarily fitted the barriers into place just to get an idea where they're going. So I've drilled some holes in these four areas. It's going to be levelled up. So it looks quite good already actually. I've painted the barriers myself. A very, very fiddly job. It's not come out too bad. So these are going to be levelled up. They're only here temporary for now. So they're going to be worked upon. See, that one's bowed already, so I've got to work on that. So what I'm going to do here, it's going to be a working level crossing, a long-term project as I say, and I'm going to fit these Pico servo motors, which is a code PLS125, and it comes with all the parts here with the servo motor, a wire which is like a piano wire, which is attached to this area here, which pulls the signal up. Sorry, the barrier up. So it's going to be a very interesting project, long term, and I'll say I bought 4 of these, so it's got the fixing bracket with it as well. So I could buy those cheaper off the internet singly, but it comes with a whole package, so I bought 4 of these, and I've got to get a bit of a PCB board that fits underneath. I think it's block signalling. I'll do that, and obviously the lights and everything as well. So it's going to be an interesting little project, this one. I've now added some filler here to the sides of the level crossing on the approach to the gates. It's on a slight incline here, very slight, but I'm going to probably statically grass this area here, and the same with the side as well. Just adjacent to the level crossing project I'm working on here, there's a section here which used to be for the 3 semi-detached houses of the 1970s style. I've done a bit of work around here, and I've used a bit of filler to level this up as a different level. Basically I'm going to put a signal box here right next to the level crossing, and convert this area here, and not done a 1 and 2 yet, but obviously railway land. So see how that goes. Okay, in the last video I made, I said I was going to use this area as a bit of wasteland area, which I'll static grass, and I've really enjoyed doing this again. I've made it a certain level as well by different layers of static grass, added bushes, etc. And I'm really pleased again with the result. It's really transformed this landscape again. As you can see, you've got the far end siding there going into the far end of the cement works, and the one going into the distribution hopper down there, and it's really finished that scene off really well. And across the road, sorry, across the track there, should I say, done the same again. Different layers of static grass, a few bushes, and again it's transformed that area immensely. And at the rear of the car park here, which I had on the last video, same again. So obviously there's going to be some detail input in there eventually. But I've really enjoyed the static grassing on this layout so far. It just transforms things. And again, this area here, which I made a little parking area with the ripped up concrete, I static grassed round the sides there of the buildings just to finish that area off, and makes a massive difference. And again, further down behind the kiln here, done the same again, just overgrown grass, just finishes up very nicely. Okay, moving on from here, I've just acquired this building here by Bachmann Scenecraft. It's a re-release of a 2-storey office block, which I'm using as a main office block building for the cement works. Really good building actually. It's a re-release, but it's got lights in this time, which I've not wired up just yet. That's a future project, but again, a really good detailed building from Bachmann Scenecraft. I like the brickwork on this. Probably a 1950s, 60s building, maybe a 1970s. I say more 60s, 50s really. But it suits the layout where the cement works is really well. You've got detail on the roof here as well, which you can add another block to if you wish as well. So that's the main office building for the cement works. So I'm looking forward to wiring this up and getting it illuminated. And at the back here, again, I static the grass to the wasteland area just to finish that section off. So that merges into the back scene really well. What I'm planning to do here, just about this area here, is put a little security gatehouse there. I can't find anything pre-made, so there's a Nightwing building, which is a plastic kit, which looks suitable for this entrance to the cement works for when the lorries pull in, etc. as a security clearance. Just refitted a barbed wire fence here, which I had from the old section of the layout. That just merges into the backdrop there. Next year I'm going to work on the back scene here where it splits. Probably get a new back scene on that section, which is the different material like this one here, so it merges in correctly. I'll get something behind there so it merges in. Just doesn't go at all at the moment, so that's another project for 2018. Okay, as seasons change and the winter approaches and arrives, it's now minus figures outside, so it's not much fun doing railway modelling when it's really cold, not at all. So I bring some projects indoors, and this is one of them. This is the cutting I'm working on, one side, and basically this is Silatex material, which is a building insulation material, which I've used before on previous videos. So basically there's two sections joined together, one 2 here, and basically what I've done, I've carved out these sections here and scored to make it look like a rock face. It's very easy to carve this material, and again, just look at snapshots and photographs on the internet of rock faces, cuttings especially, and the way they're cut. So like here for instance, I've scored it a few times where the rock's broken up, and again down here on the top there. So this is going to be painted obviously. This is in its raw form. My wife thinks it looks like a big piece of halloumi cheese, which I thought was quite funny. And the 2 sections where it had the gap here, I filled in with filler and just carved that as well. So the next section on this is to paint it. So I'm going to paint it black first. So I've done a little bit here. It looks like coal now actually, but I've painted over that. Needs redoing again. But you can see already it's bringing the rock face out. So this is a basic undercoat, but already from that to that there's a transformation, but it's too dark. So I'm going to weather this and use different colours, and what I'll do a tutorial video on how to do this. It looks good already. It's starting to take form there. So again, Celotex, 2 layers, carved with a crafting knife, various different knives actually, and this is my winter project. Okay, I just want to say a big thank you for all of you that have subscribed to Ballan Parkway and watched the progression of the layout. Plenty more to come in 2018, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas with your families, etc., and a happy 2018. Thanks again for subscribing, and keep following the progress of the layout.
Arriving at platform 5 into 2205, diverted East Coast Main Line service.